Welcome to Mr. Benjamin's Math World. Today we are going to be solving equations with variables on the two sides of the equal sign. Variables on both sides of the equation. So what we are going to do is we are going to put the like terms together. Let me remind you that like terms are terms with the same variables and the same exponents also. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to put the 5x and the 8x together on one side of the equation. I'm going to put them together since they are like terms. So what I'm doing is first I'll bring down the 5x. Why? Because the 5x is going to wait for the 8x to go to the left. So since it's going to be waiting for this one, you gotta bring it down first. That's important to know. So I'm moving this one to the left. How do I do this? It's the important part. The 8x has a positive sign here. A positive sign. If I take it to the left, I need to change to the opposite of the operation or the sign. The opposite of positive is negative. So I'm taking the 8x from the right side of the equal sign to the left one. I brought down the 5x and the 8x goes subtracting 8x. It was adding on this side. I'm going to take it to the left, to this side. When I say the left, I mean the left side of the equal sign. Here it is. It's been already moved. So when I did that, the negative 15 stays there. It's important to understand the 15 keeps its own sign, which is a negative sign. So you gotta keep it negative. We have a new equation. It says 5x minus 8x equals negative 15. And then I'm just adding or subtracting the terms. 5x minus 8x. The says if you have numbers with different signs, what you do is you subtract the numbers and you put the sign of the greatest of them. 5x minus 8x will be 3. The sign of the greatest is negative and then x. 5x minus 8x equals negative 3x. The rule says in addition and subtraction, when you have numbers with different signs, you subtract the numbers, you subtract them, and you copy the sign of the greatest. That's why I got negative 3x equals negative 15. And then, in order to finish the equation, I need to get the value of x. And I need to get rid of the negative 3. I'm going to take the negative 3 from the left side to the right one. And yes, I said negative 3, but it does not mean that the operation is a subtraction. This operation here is a multiplication because the negative 3 is multiplying the x, so the base operation is a multiplication. If I change the negative 3 from the left to the right, it will be the opposite of the operation. The opposite of multiplication is division. So when I take the negative 3 from the left to the right, the negative 3 will go dividing to the right side. I'm going to move the negative 3, so I just bring down the x equals, bring down the negative 15, which is waiting for the negative 3 goes dividing, and then this will be negative 15 divided by negative 3. It was multiplying here, and now here comes dividing. So x will be 15 divided by 3 is 5, because 3 times 5 is 15. And now let me divide the signs. Negative divided by negative equals to positive. X equals positive 5. What does this mean? It means that if I replace the value of 5 where the x is, I should or I must get the same result on both sides. Let's see if that's correct. The x is equals to 5 and this is 5x. So what I'm doing, this will be 5 times, because 5x is 5 times x, the x is equals to 5. So 5 times 5 equals to 8x, which is 8 times x, which is 8 times 5 in this case, minus 15. 5 times 5 equals 25, equals 8 times 5 equals to 40, minus 15. 25 equals 40 minus 15 equals to 25. 25 equals 25, check. It is correct. Let's see our second equation, which is a little longer than this one. So let's see. We have variables on both sides. The x is there and the x is also on this side. So what do I do first? Notice that in the parentheses, x minus 1, there's nothing you can do about this because x minus 1, they are not like terms. They cannot be subtracted nor added. 2x plus 3, nothing can be done either. So just gotta leave it like that. On this side, I have in the parentheses 2x minus 7. They are not like terms. I can do nothing with that. So I'll leave it like that. So what do I do? Well, here it says, the parenthesis means that the 5 multiplies all the terms inside the parentheses. And I said all of them. It means that I'll be multiplying, because here's the multiplication. The parenthesis means multiplication. It's telling you multiply the 5 times x. 5 times x equals 5x. 5 times negative 1 equals to negative 5. So far so good. I'm doing the same here. The positive 16 is multiplying the 2x. So this will be 16 times 2x equals to positive 32x. 16 times 3 equals to positive 48. Equals. The 3 multiplies the 2x and also multiplies the 7. But the number 3 is not multiplying the x because the x is out of the parenthesis. It's not inside the parenthesis. So I'm multiplying 3 times 2x, which is 6x. 3 times negative 7 equals to negative 21. I'll just bring down the minus x. What do I do next? I need to identify like terms, if any. In this case, yes, I can see there are like terms here because I can see the 5x and I see also 32x. So these two are like terms. So let me solve them. It says 5x plus 32x. We add the numbers and we copy the same sign. This is positive and this is positive also. So I'm just adding them. This will be 37x. And then I'll solve the numbers without variables. The numbers are negative 5 and 48. The rule says the numbers have different signs. That's a negative, that's a positive. I need to subtract the numbers. When I subtract them, the result will be 43. But I need to get the sign. The rule says you subtract the numbers, but you copy the sign of the greatest of them. Which one is greater, 48 or negative 5? 48 is greater. What sign does it have? It has a positive sign. So negative 5 plus 48 equals to positive 43. I'll continue the next side. Equals to like terms, yes, these two, 6x and negative x, which is 6x minus 1x. 6x minus x equals to 5x, and bring down the negative 21. Do we have any like terms on this side? No, we do not, because this is 37x and this is 43, no x. Do I have any like terms on this side? I do not. So what do I do? Again, I need to put the like terms together. What's my plan? I'll do it this way. I'm going to take the 5x from the right side to the left side in order to have it next to the 37x. So what I'm doing is 37x. I'm going to move the 5x to the left. When I move the 5x to the left, the sign here is a positive sign. So I'm moving this one positive to the left, it becomes negative 5x. And I'll bring down the plus 43 to make it clearer so you can see exactly what's going on here. I'll just bring down the 43 and then equals, since I moved the 5x, it's not there anymore, so because I already moved it. So what stays here? The negative 21. Any like terms here? Yes. 37x minus 5x. If I subtract this, I'll get 32x equals. I'm going to move the positive 43 from the left to the right. It is adding, it has a positive sign, it goes negative to the other side. Equals, I'll bring down the negative 21, and this is important to understand. Since the one that I'm moving is the 43, it's always wise to bring down the number that it's waiting for the other one to come. So you just bring down this one first, and then you move the other one. So I just brought down the negative 21, here it is, with its own sign, and then I'm moving this 43 to the right side. This will be negative 43. 32x equals negative 21 minus 43. The rule says when the numbers have the same signs, we add the numbers, we add them, and we copy the same sign. When I add 21 and 43, I will get 64. Copy the same sign, negative 64. This will be x equals, because I'm going to move the 32 to the right side. How do I move the 32 from the left to the right? What's this operation involved here? 32x means 32 times x. The operation is a multiplication. So I'm taking the 32, which is multiplying. It goes with the opposite of the multiplication, which is division. It goes dividing to the right side. So this will be, bring down the negative 64 first, and then move the 32 to the right. It goes dividing, 32. X equals 64 divided by 32 equals to 2. Because 2 times 32 equals to 64. Now let me divide the signs. Negative divided by positive equals to negative. And the result for this equation equals to negative 2, the value of x. It means that if you replace the value of x, which is negative 2, in the variables, you will have the same result on this side and on this one. And this is the way you solve equations with variables on both sides. If this video was useful to you, subscribe and keep receiving further notifications. See you next time.